How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here, and we're back for another Dokkan battle video. As of me recording this, we are 25 days away from Global Dokkan's 7-year anniversary, and in this video we're going to be going over how to complete all of the 7th anniversary countdown missions to acquire the 77 tickets to be used on one of the general pool gacha banners that'll be made available at the start of the 7-year anniversary. So before we hop in, why don't you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So we are currently in the midst of the countdown campaign for the 7-year anniversary, and with this they've done some global exclusive tickets for us through these sets of missions that it started back on the 1st of this month. They gave us 2 sets of missions, a set of advanced missions, and a set of basic missions that have been running weekly since the start of this campaign. The advanced missions are going to run until the 29th and down here. And then the basic missions started on the 1st and ran to the 7th for week 1. We are currently in the midst of week 2, which will run to the 14th. Week 3's missions will begin on the 15th. And week 4's missions will begin on the 22nd and end on the 29th when the advanced missions end. Okay, and these missions will again be used to acquire 77 of the 7-year anniversary summon tickets. I did do a poll on Twitter a couple days ago, and you guys did mention on Twitter that you guys would be interested in seeing how to complete these missions to get these tickets. So that's what we're going to go over here in a minute. So let's go ahead and pop over to the missions themselves. Let's talk about the current missions running, starting with the advanced missions. So the advanced missions started on the 1st, and they were pretty easy. They just take time, obviously, because they're meant to last the whole month. But they are to simply Z-Awaken 7 characters, consume 777 stamina, use a support item 77 times, clear a stage using only super attacks 77 times, and log in for 25 days total. The 2 I've seen people have the most questions about are this one here, the support item 77 times and the super attack 77 times. So let's talk about the support item mission. These other 2 are pretty easy. Just go into your box, awaken 7 characters, Z-Awaken them from SSR to UR. If you're grinding out the Bardock squad or the Ginyu squad or grinding out any characters that you summon for, you've probably already completed this mission at this point, as well as the 777 stamina mission. At this point, you've probably completed this, but if you haven't, you will complete it by going through these missions here that I'm going to talk about in a second. So starting with the support item, the easiest way to do this is, let's say you're link level grinding or running a Dokkan event to awaken a character you've just pulled. The easiest way to complete this mission is to load into your mission with these items. The orange recovery drinks, the red recovery drinks, the green one, and the blue one. Load in with all 4 of those items. You can carry 2 at a time, which means 8 total items, and then just every time you start a new stage, pop all 8 of those, right? Most events that you're running, unless you're running like the Goku events or Super Battle Road, like, you're not going to need items to clear them. So just popping all 8 of these in the beginning, getting them out of the way, and then letting your auto mode do the rest, you'll plow through this in like a full stamina bar. It'll be pretty quick, pretty painless, and while you're doing that, depending on what mission you're doing, you'll be able to clear this other mission here using only super attacks, right? Like if you're link level grinding, you'll probably clear this on auto while you're doing the 77 support items one. So just keep that in mind. And one of the quickest, easiest stages to auto is, if you're doing quest mode, is the, stage 7, 10 or stage 8, 9. Both of those can be done fairly quickly and will allow you to pretty much clear both of these as long as you start the mission using your items and then running auto. The last mission, log in for 25 days. Obviously, you can't really complete that one yet because we haven't had 25 days yet. So once the 25 days is up, you'll be able to collect the last 9 tickets. But be warned, don't miss a day because there is no recovery for missing the 25 days. Once it's gone, it's gone. Alright, Now let's start with the basic 2 missions. The basic 1 missions are already over, and they were pretty simple. They were basically just raise a character using a training stage, like a Supreme Kai's planet or the gravity chambers, and raising your characters. So those were pretty simple. So this week's are actually a bit harder. This week's stages require you to clear the stage without taking any damage 15 times. Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a pain in the butt. And it is. But I'm here to help you. The easiest way to complete this mission and get it done without wasting any stamina is to load into the Dokkan Punch Machine stage. There are 6 Punch Machine stages, which you can run. They can be run 2 times each every day. So that's a total of 12 clears if you run this. If you've completed this mission already, great. You're just running this and you're not wasting any stamina and you're clearing the mission. If you haven't completed this, well, guess what? You're able to gather Zenny by completing the stage, potential orbs, dragon stones, and I think that's it. But you get 2 chances. One where you have to do it without items, and one where you have to do it where you can use items. And I think the total, you can get 70 million Zenny on stage 1. You can get a whole crap ton of orbs on stage 2. You can get 62 dragon stones from stage 3. You can get another 89 from stage 6, and so on. So definitely something to consider if you haven't completed it. I won't do a guide here because that'll take a whole video on its own. But just know that that's something you can do without spending any stamina. So coming back to the missions, we're going to look at the upcoming missions that'll start on the 14th and on the 22nd. So let's start with the basic 3. Next week, you will be required to use a support memory up to 10 times. The easiest way to complete this set of missions and get the 9 tickets is to go ahead and load into any stage. Doesn't matter what it is, whether you're link level grinding or grinding out a new character, say a free-to-play one, or you're grinding out Dokkan events. Easiest way to complete this is to load in the mission. If you're running to grind out a new character that has a drop bonus, run the Oolong's Wish or the Bulla is Shopping. You want to use those ones because 1, they start at the beginning of the match, which means you don't have to wait a certain turn amount to activate them, and 2, they'll increase your drop rate, obviously, so that's the bonus there. You really want to make sure you're using, to clear this event quickly and efficiently, you want to use support memories that start at the start of the battle or at the start when you load into the match. So memories like Frieza's Fury, the Secret Feelings of Videl, the Birth of the Strongest, all of these start that transcend the Super Saiyan. If you've grinded these out, they all start at the start of the battle, which means you don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to wait 3 turns, 4 turns, lose a certain amount of HP. It just kicks off right at the beginning. So any one of these yellow almost all start at the beginning of the battle. So definitely the quickest way to get it done. There are a few others like the GT ones, the Pull Out Goku's Tail, that you could run, but just make sure whatever support memory you choose, it starts from the beginning. Okay, so that's for this week. For next week, however, it changes up, and now you need to clear a stage in under 2 minutes 5 times, 10 times, and 15 times. The easiest way to do this is to load into quest mode, load up stage 1-1, and just let auto do the rest. It will clear in less than a minute, and it doesn't cost that much stamina. I actually think the first stage is only like 7 stamina, so 15 times, that's not that much stamina. You'll be done fairly quickly, and give it an hour or 2 and you'll have your stamina fully backed up with no issues. So that is how to complete all of the missions. Now, why should you go through the hassle of doing this? Well, here's the thing. These tickets are for the 7th anniversary summon ticket, not to be confused with the 77 ticket summons. I know it gets really confusing, right? Because you see over here, get 77 celebration ticket summons. Well, it's not the same thing. You will get 77 of these 7th anniversary tickets, and these tickets can be used to summon on this banner here that will be made available at the start of the anniversary. This banner includes a lot of the support units that I went over in my previous banner overview video, but like I'll just kind of re-hit some of the big ones here. The AGL Trunks and Goten here, the Tech Gohan and Goten, this Tech Krillin, this AGL Goku. While not the best, he is a good Link partner and a good support for the Realm of Gods team with the Super Saiyan Gods. You also have a chance to pull LRs here, with the most recent, I believe, being this Goku Piccolo. I have never... Oh, actually, no. Janemba is on here. Janemba will be the most recent LR on here. How did I miss that? So, good chance to pick up an LR. I have personally never pulled an LR from this tickets, but then again, I've only experienced the 6-year anniversary, so here we are. Maybe I'll get a chance this year. There are some other good pickups here I didn't mention before, but these GT Super Saiyan 3 Vegetas are actually really good now that they're awakened. This GT 17 and Hellfighter 17 are super good on the Androids team now that they're awakened. So definitely some possibilities of good pickups here. So that's what you're working for. You're working for this banner. It's definitely worth it to complete these missions, and I hope this guide helped you to figure out how to complete all the missions in the quickest, most efficient ways. If it did, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you know what? In the comments down below, let me know how many tickets you got. If you've done all of the missions so far, except for this one here, obviously, you've got about 50 tickets, but let me know where you're at right now in the comments down below. And if nothing else, guys, thanks for watching, and aloha.